The Congressional Medal of Honor is the United States' highest and most prestigious military decoration. Bestowed on service members who distinguish themselves with uncommon valor against enemy forces, it is awarded to only the bravest American heroes. Since its inception in 1862, just 6 Utahns have ever received the Medal of Honor. Among these is Lieutenant Commander William Edward Hall. Lieutenant Commander Hall received the award for extreme courage and conspicuous heroism in combat above and beyond the call of duty during the Battle of the Coral Sea in early May 1942. Then a lieutenant junior grade, the gallant young pilot dive-bombed the Japanese aircraft carrier Shoho on May 7th, contributing greatly to its destruction. The next day, he attacked and shot down 3 enemy aircraft, a Japanese torpedo bomber and 2 escorting fighters during a fierce and deadly dogfight. Although his SBD Dauntless was seriously damaged and he was gravely injured, Lieutenant Hall was undeterred. Hall's Medal of Honor citation read, "Facing heavy and fierce fighter opposition, he again displayed extraordinary skill as an airman and the aggressive spirit of a fighter in repeated and effectively executed counterattacks against a superior number of enemy planes. Though seriously wounded in this engagement, Lieutenant Hall, maintaining the fearless and indomitable tactics pursued throughout these actions, succeeded in landing his plane safely." Lieutenant Commander William Edward Hall's epic story began in what is now a central Utah ghost town called Storrs. Hall was born in the tiny mining town on October 31, 1913. After graduating high school from the Wasatch Academy, Hall earned a degree from the University of Redlands in California before enlisting in the U.S. Navy in May 1938. He received his golden wings as a naval aviator and was commissioned as an ensign in the U.S. Naval Reserves in September 1939 and assigned to Scouting Squadron 5 aboard the USS Yorktown. Soon after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Hall participated in raids on Japanese bases in the Marshall and Gilbert Islands. In February 1942, he transferred to the USS Enterprise and, that same April, was assigned to Scouting Squadron 2 aboard the USS Lexington. Little did he know the integral role he'd play in the upcoming Battle of the Coral Sea. The first air-sea battle in world military history, the Battle of the Coral Sea had a pivotal impact on the subsequent Battle of Midway and was considered a strategic victory for the Allies. In sinking the Shoho and damaging the carrier Shokaku and Zuikaku, the U.S. Navy reduced Japanese forces available for Midway, laying the foundation to ensure Allied supremacy in the Pacific Ocean. The victory at the Coral Sea also prevented Japan from invading the Australian mainland at Port Moresby, boosting Allied morale as the U.S. and Australia maintained their vital foothold on New Guinea, and the Americans prepared to advance on Guadalcanal. Despite such far-reaching success, Hall sustained grave injuries to his feet and head during the 4-day skirmish, but somehow managed to bring his scout bomber and aerial gunner to safety. The wounded pilot was then transported to the Naval Hospital in San Diego, California, where he faced months of rehabilitation. There he met and soon married Leah Christine Chapman, a nurse who cared for him during his rehabilitation. The couple was married on September 20, 1942, in Price, Utah. Now holding the rank of lieutenant, Hall returned to active duty in early 1943 as an instructor at the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, Florida. He soon achieved the rank of lieutenant commander and fulfilled assignments at naval air stations in Miami, Florida and Seattle, Washington. During the final months of World War II, Lieutenant Commander Hall served with the Night Attack Combat Training Unit Pacific. He completed his last active duty post with Commander Fleet Air Western Pacific in October 1946. Lieutenant Commander William Edward Hall remained in the Naval Reserve until his retirement in November 1960, completing 22 years of distinguished military service. Along with the Medal of Honor, he was awarded the Purple Heart, World War II Victory Medal, Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal, and American Defense Service Medal. He passed away in Kansas City, Missouri on November 15, 1996 at the age of 83 and is buried alongside his wife at the Fort Leavenworth National Cemetery in Kansas. Lieutenant Commander Hall was a stellar example of unwavering commitment who truly embodied the principles of valor on which the Congressional Medal of Honor will forever stand. Described as being resolute and determined, Lieutenant Commander Hall holds a distinct place of honor in the Utah Aviation Hall of Fame.